Hello everyone and welcome to our next instalment of Meet the Main Street Manager. My name's Troy, I'm the Vice President of Main Street Australia, and I've come out to Croydon to visit with Sam and Alicia from Croydon Traders Association. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Hi, welcome to Croydon Main Street. I'm Alicia, one of the owners at Mamo Home, and I'm also the president of the Croydon Main Street Traders Association.
And I am Sam, and I am the association manager of Croydon Main Street. Welcome to our little walk around today.
So Sam, I've got some questions for you, and Alicia obviously also chime in on questions as well. But first one's to you, Sam. What made you become a centre manager?
Well, I've been volunteering on the committee as I worked in another business along the strip for approximately 10 years ago. So I volunteered on the committee as a secretary for many years, and then at the start of COVID, our lovely lady that was here doing it decided to leave, so I applied for the position and took over. So it's because I know this area and this is where I live, so love to help out.
Yeah, that's awesome. And Alicia, obviously being the president, that's a really big role and great to be part of the community in terms of the committee. What made you come on board?
Well, I started off just being a general committee member, and then this year I stepped up to be president. I'm really passionate about community, and the better that the street is, the better my business will be. So it goes hand in hand, really.
Sam, Alicia, what's one thing you would tell someone else who's interested in getting into the main streets?
I would say it is, it's kind of a bit of a love where you live kind of scenario. So my love for Croydon Main Street is where my family is and my children are. I find that I love having the trust of all of the traders and building that community together, because it is to build that rapport with everybody that's along the street, and to get out and do events with them and to see them come out of their shops, and it's an overwhelming feeling.
Yeah.
It's really good and I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. And how about yourself, Alicia? Anything to add?
Yeah, it's just being part of a community and having that village feel, and getting to know everyone on a more personal level, customers and other traders alike.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to roll into another question because I've just thought of it based on your response, Sam. But obviously, community is at the heart of everything that we do, and it's the environment that we foster for the businesses and the local residents and the visitors. In terms of being able to maintain a really good rapport with businesses, it can be challenging, obviously, because lots of things pop up. How do you go about trying to, I suppose, manage the rapport that you've got with the businesses, but as well as what the Trader Association has with the businesses?
I kind of think that all rolls into one.
Yeah.
So I think the better rapport that you have with each business along the strip, and I've done a lot of work with this, and it's lucky that I had COVID to do that, because I spent a lot of time on the phone, a lot of one-on-one time with lots of businesses, helping them with applying for their permits and everything else that they had to do in that time. So I got to know a lot of business owners on a one-on-one basis, and that really helped establish a really good sense of community within the street.
Yeah.
And due to the conditions of that time too, really started to encourage all the businesses to collaborate with each other and help each other. Like, let's not go to the big fish, let's help each other and all stay alive and buy from here, even though you might be spending a couple of dollars more sometimes, and it works, and it's actually started to happen to this day, hasn't it?
Yeah, it really
Everyone
does.
uses each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. I really love that. So, Sam, another question for you. What's been your greatest achievement so far?
I feel that before I started this position, my probably greatest achievement, because it was quieter, was bringing all of the people together, and the rapport that I have with now all of the traders, or most of them. Everyone
Absolutely.
can't love everybody and love you back.
Yeah.
But having that rapport with everybody, and also community members, it has been overwhelmingly, and often get told myself that you've done such a great job, and a lot of the street wasn't really believing in the association when I first joined in.
Yeah.
They believed in it but didn't so accomplishing that and bringing some business mind into it and helping businesses with just plans and structure has really helped. And I think building that rapport so that they can actually contact me any day, and they do, is an accomplishment in itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you do a really good job as well in welcoming new businesses, because when we moved here, we didn't know anyone on the street, and Sam was the first person to introduce herself and introduce us to other traders.
Yeah.
And it's good to feel like you have that support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think also, like, looking at that question, also reflecting on my time as association manager as well, I can 100% align with the idea of trying to build trust. Like, when I first moved into this situation of being association manager, the previous person had been in that role for 20 years. So there was a long legacy of one person always being the main point of contact for everything. And then when I came in, it was all the traders didn't know who I was. And it was a long time of trying to build up that relationship and build up that trust and make them understand that the transition is a good thing, it's a great thing, there'll be ever upgrades and developments, but bringing them on that journey and making sure that they are aware of what's happening, and that I'm there to do the exact same role that the previous centre manager or association manager was there to do in its, I suppose, fundamental core purpose.
You just bring your own core values to the job, which
100%.
everyone's different.
Yeah, and that's what makes all of our different centres beautiful and different as well, because they're also unique, and so it's about also the centre manager and the committee behind them responding to that uniqueness as well.
Absolutely.
All right, got another question for you. There's a few here. We'll get through them slowly. So what's been the most challenging project so far?
Again, I'm going to have to go back to the start of my job when COVID was around.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of traders that were very frustrated with all the restrictions and the rules and regulations that went around that. And because I spent a lot of the time on the phone, and when you were allowed coming out and doing lots of one-on-one face-to-faces, because there wasn't much going on, built really good relationships with a lot of people. And then by the end of COVID, to see these businesses start to fail and actually have people close their doors and watching them go through a really tough time was gut-wrenching.
Yeah.
So that was a very, very hard part of my job.
Yeah.
Seeing all these beautiful people have to close their shop doors and move on.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's hard as well, like, as a centre manager and association manager, it's hard to not take on the emotional burden of what's happening with the precinct and the businesses that you represent. Like, I know my first shop that closed when I took over, I had this big, long, deep and meaningful with my president at the time, because I was trying to navigate it. It's like, well, is there anything more I could have done to help them before that happened? And, you know, as associations, there is only so much that we can do and we can provide in terms of support. And it can be hard to see some situations play out, know that you've done all that you can do to be able to support that situation, but still, I suppose, see an outcome that's not desirable for everyone, and being able to, I suppose, look at it but not have it impact you too greatly as well.
Yeah.
'Cause you've
Which is
obviously
very
got to be
hard
able
to
to.
do.
You've got to be able
Because
to.
you see these people, like, I mean, I come down here a couple of times a week.
Yeah.
So I have got a great rapport with most of the street, very friendly on the inside and the outside of the street as well,
Yes.
because we have all become such great friends. So when things aren't going great, I often get told, and you just want to help them so much, but there's only so much you can do.
Yeah. What's the single most best thing that you've done so far?
Wow, it would have to definitely be the great family events that we have down here, I think, and very family orientated. For me personally, I actually get my kids in bunny suits, and they're our face painters. I even get my mum down here to help on stalls and help
great.
out. Like,
We
so
love
it's
volunteer involvement.
Yeah.
they're persuaded a little bit, but it's okay. It all works.
Yeah.
But seeing the street, like if I come down on any given day and I see the street full and it's chaos and traffic, it actually is my happy place. It makes me feel awesome to see, oh my God, this is going to be a great day for everybody.
Yeah.
Get fully invested in it.
And you can feel it in the air. Like, there's such a vibe when we have those community events.
Absolutely.
It's just the best. I love, especially Easter egg hunt that we, with all the kids and the families, and the Father's Day car show as well. They're my two favourite events of the year. We have lots of events, but they're my two favourite because it just draws so many different people.
Yeah.
I think the Easter egg hunt works really well because I've based it around those shops that might be at the ends of the street as well. So I try and choose about 15 shops that are the locations, and we put bunny stamps or feet or a head or something on the concrete to show kids this is where the map is.
Yeah.
And it actually gets people into these shops that, and you know, there's one in example, Casa Helena down the end of the street, when people first started going in there, and she's been there for 45 years or something.
Yeah.
And they go, we never even knew you were here.
Yeah.
But it was fantastic.
Yeah.
So they didn't go shopping that day. They came back the next week
Yeah.
without the grandchildren or the kids, and it was happy days for
Yeah.
Yeah.
her.
Yeah. And even my kids get involved. They dress up as bunnies,
Okay.
and when our shop is selected, they love it because they get to hand out the Easter eggs, and it's a lot of fun. But the same thing with when people come into our shop, probably 50% of the people that do the Easter egg hunt say, oh my gosh, I didn't know you were here.
Yeah.
And not necessarily purchase on that day, but they do come back and say, oh my gosh,
Yes.
I saw this the other day when I had my kids. I'm here now to buy. So it works.
Yeah, no, I think that's true. And I think like that kind of activity is true for a lot of centres as well. Like I know we run an Easter egg hunt as well in our precinct, with one of the main aims of bringing the kids and the community together, but also to have that shop discovery moment where people are walking through the area, and they might live 2 blocks away or 1 block away or 2 doors down, and there'll be businesses that they've just never seen before, because when they come to the precinct, they're coming for a specific business or a specific reason.
Yes.
They're just
and they almost
walking.
have tunnel vision. They go straight there.
Yeah.
Whereas these kinds of activities make
Slows
them
down.
stop and actually look.
Yeah.
And you get to see all these businesses reap the rewards of having customers be like, I've been here for 10, 20 years, did not realise you were here.
Yeah.
You're a great business. I'm going to come back and support you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How do you set up your day?
Well, every day I start with opening my emails. Obviously, attend to the things that I need to first, otherwise make a to-do list. I work 20 hours a week, so I just try and minimise it to 3 days a week out of the 20 hours. Doesn't work all the time, like, things happen, and you have events on Saturdays and at night times and all that, but you just switch and change things around, and as everybody, my committee trusts me to be honest with what I'm doing, so that's good. But try and I'm a good spreadsheeter, so I have loads of spreadsheets with checklists, and I've been doing this now for 5 years, so repeat events, I just have the old checklist, bring it over. Do the things that you need to do, like any traffic management or anything that you need to get out of the way months in advance, get that done then, and you just prioritise what needs to be done and kind of time frame it. I'm a massive also Google Calendar person, so I put notes in Google Calendar everywhere if I have to do something in 2 months' time or whatever, go see this person, go give this person money, vouchers, etc. So very much reliant on my phone. But that's a day in the life of Sam.
And do you work from home, or do you work in an office space in the main street, or?
I do work from home, so I have a desk at home which I do a lot of all the computer work, social media, all the web updating, things like that. I've also got a very dark and dingy storeroom just here behind us, which is full, and it's been often I've had to do a quick Zoom meeting or something inside there, but I try to come down at least 1 or 2 times a week, walk the street, see who I need to see, but otherwise it's a lot of computer work as well, this job. You've got to update a lot, especially it's just me, so I don't have anybody helping me with any social media or web updating or anything like that. You've got to do it all yourself.
And that can also be hard, because obviously social media and digital is such a big component of nowadays.
It is, and our lucky, beautiful friends at Assemblo were the ones that actually set it all up for me originally, and so I actually spent time in there, and they showed me a lot, which I was very grateful for. Showed me how to crop photos and do things like quick ins and outs, and then how to upload them, and so I was very grateful for that little session too. It makes it easier.
Awesome. And Alisha, I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit here.
Okay.
As the president, how do you make time for the role? Like, do you prioritize time? Would you set time aside? How do you weave in that role within your current job?
So I'm a bit like Sam. I've got lots of to-do lists and things like that as well, and I do prioritize sometime in my week for the Traders Association. I think that Sam and Tennille, who's the Vice President, know when I'm doing my Croydon Main Street things because I'm on the emails and approving things and things like that. So I work from home one day a week also, and that's the day that I sort of dedicate Main Street tasks to. And it's just ad hoc things as well that come up. But again, like Sam, always checking my emails and seeing if whatever needs to be actioned as well.
Yeah,
and got to be organised.
Yeah.
Yes, and
organisation.
I'm going to throw to you again, Alicia. So obviously you've got a committee of management that oversee the association and all that sort of stuff. Do you meet once a month to do your committee meetings? How do you, I suppose, share information amongst the committee, but also conduct your meetings?
Yeah, so we meet once a month. One of the businesses here.
Yep.
We all sort of take it in turns of who's got the most room to seat everyone.
Yeah.
And we also have got on Messenger a little mini chat with the members, with just the committee members. So day-to-day things, if there's anything that needs to be updated, we talk in the group chat, which is quite effective.
Yes.
And then we've got a broader Facebook page with all the traders. So if we need to get something out quickly, we've got that also. So, but yeah, the mini chat that we do have with just the committee members, we'd probably be talking on that once or twice a week, just to keep us all updated. So we are very connected.
Yeah. So while fundamentally the role of a business association or a trader group is mostly the same across the board, have you had to adapt to respond to your business needs?
Absolutely. I mean, every trader association has got a plan and an agenda of what their job is. Unfortunately, but fortunately for Croydon Main Street, back in 2020 we were lucky enough to receive government funding for our Devon Street car park, which added 400 spaces, 3-level high story car park, and which that probably went for about a year, but it causes a lot of disruption.
Yes.
And then pretty much as soon as that finished, we walked into COVID. We all know about COVID. And then in 2022, it was announced that level crossing removal project would be replacing Croydon train station. So even though that was, it was great that it was happening, but it was just a bang, bang, bang for Croydon Main Street.
Yeah.
And obviously when the level crossing people were here, LXRP were here, the amount of, the disruptions and everything that it was still causing Croydon Main Street, that were already extended and frustrated, but great now because they've only just left, so they finished this in the end of June, but it has just actually been announced that the
Australian government Thriving Businesses Project,
lucky enough that we were just granted $7.5 million.
That's phenomenal.
And Maroondah City Council is matching that, so there's a total of $15 million that we've just received, which even though LXRP only finished 2 months ago, they've actually just started just established the underground work that is going to be needed for the next bit of the project, and then that is going to run to the end of 2026.
Okay.
So it will cause more disruptions, but Maroondah Council are very mindful of the amount of disruptions that Croydon has had already.
Yep.
But we've just got to try and manage that and get through it. But very excited to say that will, and you might see at some point, there is a lot of red pavers that go from one end of Main Street to the other, which have been laid, I think, for about 40 odd years.
Yes.
So they're very lifted up with all the roots and trees and cause a lot of accidents and slipping and
Slippery when wet.
So they are, on Jovi. They will all be being ripped up is one part of the project, which sad to see them go, but yeah, it will be awesome to try and match in with this space a bit more and the new level crossing project.
Yeah.
So it's all just kind of going to flow.
Yes.
And then there's when that finishes, then there's another project starting for more money that is going to be our community hub, which is another Maroondah Council project. So it will still be another couple of years of disruptions for Croydon Main Street, but it's the price you have to pay.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yeah, yes, yeah. It's a great thing, but obviously, there's that pain period of going through those changes, which is hard, to say the least.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's just back to back.
Yeah.
It's never ending, I think, for the traders, and they know about it and they're happy, but they've had enough at the same time.
Yeah.
The frustration comes out.
Yeah. 100%.
I was pleased though. The Maroondah City Council they always come to our Traders Association meetings, but we had representatives from the project.
Yep.
And it was quite positive to see that they were very receptive to our concerns with the disruptions, and that they're really going to work with us to avoid as much disrupting businesses as we can.
Yeah.
So I found that really positive.
It is. The Croydon Revitalisation Project is what it's called.
Yep.
And they're willing to do night shift activity
Yep.
to rip up chunks of the pavers directly out the front of the shops that can't have, access while concrete's drying, etc., and the things that they have to do.
Yeah.
All the technical stuff, but
Yeah, they were very receptive.
So it's very good.
Yeah, that's good. And so much of that as well is just about being transparent about what's happening. So, and letting people know ahead of time with that transparency so that you can plan and mitigate where possible.
That's right.
That sounds like you've got a great relationship with the local council and also with the other, I suppose, authoritative bodies that are involved in all the projects you've got taking place.
Yeah.
All right. Well, shall we change location? Because we've kind of touched on the level crossing removal project, and we'll move over to the project, or the completed project, which some people can see behind me in my view. So we will change location and we'll see you soon. So we've touched a little bit on the level crossing removal project. We've moved location, so we are smack bang in front of it. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about the overall process?
Sure. Prior to the process, we had 10,000 cars coming through and 100 trains passing every day. And there was this great big divide between Croydon Main Street and the shopping centre across the road. So now that we've got the elevated platforms, it has just created this thoroughfare of people who quite easily can walk from Main Street to the shopping centre behind us, which prior I think it was a little bit like a competition, us versus them, but now we've kind of joined together and we share at the space, so it's really good.
Yeah. Sam, Alicia, how did you work to manage or represent the traders and their needs during the project taking place?
Obviously my job here is to advocate and represent for the traders themselves of Croydon Main Street, but the team that was at LXRP, I personally found they were a great bunch of people. They were very, very open. I was invited in on lots and lots of meetings and discussions. Obviously, they'd already made the plans and the decisions were made. There was no process of that being any part of my jurisdiction. But so they would always let me know if something was going to happen. I could quickly put out on our chats what was going on. So then the whole street was always in knowledge of what was happening day to day. But at the same time, their team also, they were great at door knocking, dropping off leaflets and updates, and they kept everybody informed awesomely. Couldn't say anything bad that they didn't have enough information out there for people.
And they also were invited to our monthly committee meetings and also gave us updates there as well. So it was good.
Is there anything that you do differently in future if you're faced with a similar project?
I would have asked if they would have a more personalised and a more active involvement of the traders or the association, because obviously by the time it got to us, all decisions and everything were made about even times of when they did things, like, even though they went on Christmas holidays, but we had lots of busy Saturdays here that were very important to the traders, where they would close things down and they'd be all here, hundreds of them, and it was just like, oh, can you just, but...
Yeah, and something that I think if we were faced with something like this again is to have designated parking for the workers. There were hundreds of people working on the level crossing removal, and they all had to park somewhere, and they were taking customers' car parks and also traders' car parks as well. So the biggest customer feedback as well was people were still coming to the street where they could, when they could get in and things like that. But then they'd get here and have nowhere to park because the whole street was full of utes. So that was something that was an issue. So, and something that we would definitely address if it was to ever happen again.
Even to have shuttle buses or something for the workers, especially when there's 100 or 200 workers coming to the street that day.
Yeah.
They generally don't carpool, so it's 200 cars on the street, you know, and they don't get the train.
Yeah.
But, you know.
I suppose as well, like on that, so many different centres are different in terms of the transport and accessibility and parking. So they might have just gone into the situation where they thought, oh, well, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Not really understanding the uniqueness of the environment.
And the dynamics of how it all works. Yeah.
We've seen, especially on your social media, that you've been able to deliver a lot of initiatives and projects with the support of the LXRP. How'd you go about that process?
I was really, really impressed with how they assisted us with all of these things. They obviously came with a big list of events and things that they were going to do anyway, because obviously a certain amount of budget has to be spent on these things. But when they found out that I was on the street, it probably made them more excited because we actually worked together and we did so many things together and did events together. They bounced off what I already had in place. So like we have a voucher system here on Croydon Main Street. Yeah. So instead of making cards or money things that they do in other shopping strips, they just joined in with our voucher system and ended up buying thousands of dollars worth of vouchers, which we did free spin and wins for all customers just about every week at some stage. Like we were giving away thousands of dollars, which was awesome. Yeah. They did nighttime activations, trying to get the restaurants all up and activated. And it was fantastic because you could really add on whatever, and I always gave heaps of more suggestions, so then they would bulk it up to make it bigger, and then they paid for it all. So it was a win-win.
And I liked how it was strategic as well. So the areas of the street that were being impacted on that particular week, the spin and win would be at the front of their businesses to promote people going to that end of the street. Hopefully going into their shops and seeing what they had on offer.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we've moved locations again. We're now on the main street itself, and we're going to ask you some lighter questions. So after a long day, what are you doing to decompress?
I just do the normal thing, go home with my family, cook dinner, have a wine with friends, plan a trip. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you,
How about
Leash?
yourself, Alicia?
I go into mum mode, so footy training, basketball training, and then after that, just time with the family. I like to switch off, no devices and things like that at night time, and just have really good quality family time.
Yeah.
What's your coffee order or your go-to drink?
Mine's definitely a skinny latte, which all of the shops know. So as you walk in, they're already making you one, so you feel the love everywhere, which is it's beautiful.
And fun fact about me, I don't like coffee, so I'm a Diet Coke girl.
Everyone loves a good Diet Coke.
Yeah.
A crispy Diet Coke.
Yeah, out of a can is the best.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. I mean, obviously you both love and support the main street that you look after, but is there another main street that you also look up to or idolise?
Sydney Road, Brunswick, of course.
She was not right.
But in all honesty, because we live so far away here, we are far away from lots of the good shopping strips. So when I do get the chance to go in, I find that I just tend to walk around all of them kind of, and I've actually found that since I've been doing this job, you actually look more into the businesses themselves, and I try and really look in for the little small ones, and then I feel compelled to go in and purchase something, and like even in little country towns, because I travel a little bit.
Yeah.
But I find that I just walk down their streets and have a chat really to the traders.
Yeah.
Which is just, I would never have done that before.
No.
Yeah.
I'm a lot more aware as well of main streets now when in my travels. But rumour has it that Kylie Minogue has got a few properties in Mailing Road, so I like to go there and see if I can do some spotting.
Yeah. Doing a site inspection or property inspection.
Property inspection,
Get a glimpse.
Yeah. I love Kylie.
But it is so true as well. Like, I know even myself, whenever I go somewhere that's a main street or a shopping strip, I look at things I never would have looked at before, like the seating infrastructure, the awnings, what's happening, the signage in the area, the garden beds, if there's like really cool precinct signage that they've got going on. There's so many things that I would never have noticed beforehand, but now my eye goes to it and like, oh, that's really cool. Like my camera roll is mostly either graffiti shots from Sydney Road, because there's a lot of that, or other forms of graffiti or vacant shop fronts that we're posting about and that sort of stuff, or it's stuff that I've seen in other main streets. I'm like, that's really cool. I'd love to try and do something similar.
Yeah.
I do the same.
Yeah.
And I'm also a massive big lover of Snap, Send, Solve. That app.
100%.
And I even find that when I'm in other areas that I know that probably wouldn't have an association on them, and I see things wrong, I can't help myself. I pull out my phone and start taking photos of things that are wrong and send them off to their local council or whatever.
Yes, yeah. Snaps and Solve is such a great app.
Love it.
Love it.
Love it.
I love being a local community dobber with Snaps and Solve.
I actually, funny story, just met the ladies that run that only recently, about 2 weeks ago. I had to get one of my parking permits signed, and they went, "Are you Sam Bartlett from Main Street?" And I went, "Yes, why?" And they went, "We are the ones that see all your snaps and solves first." And I went, "Oh, is that a good thing or a bad thing?"
That's a good thing.
It sounds like you need an award.
Frequent flyer.
They were just like, and now I actually did one just the other day, and I actually did a big smiley face and more of a, "Ladies, I remember you."
Yeah, that's so nice.
But yeah.
So before we end this interview session, there's one last question. What are you watching? What are you reading? What are you listening to?
I like a good Instagram reel with all people doing dumb stuff, just to, and you find yourself just sitting on the couch laughing your ass off.
Yeah.
But even just the kids in my house making funny jokes, being comedians, all their friends. Yeah. How about you, Leash?
At the moment with my family, I'm watching The Rookie. So my kids now both want to be members of the LAPD, which is kind of cute. And personally, I'm also watching, I'm a Neighbours fan, but no one watches that with me. I'm solo for that one.
Yeah.
And what I'm reading at the moment is Let Them by Mel Robbins, which I love.
Oh my God.
So it's teaching me a lot. And listening to Taylor Swift a lot at the moment.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Oh, and I have been brushing up on my ACDC because I got tickets to ACDC.
Oh, jelly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jealous.
Yeah. I can say I'm also a massive fan of Mel Robbins.
Yes.
She is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I love what she does.
Yeah,
And
same.
her story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Well, to wrap it up, thank you both for having Main Street Australia come out today and talk to you and get to know more about you yourselves, the Main Street, and your association. It's been an absolute pleasure. And it's great to see, different shopping environments and understand how it all works. Because I know myself as a centre manager, other centre managers, we can find it hard to be understanding of what's happening in every other centre's environment and how they operate and what they do. So these interviews are such a great way for us to get connected and more connected, but also understand how each of us are operating and maybe give ideas, share ideas, or maybe just make people think differently about how they could adapt their roles or maybe areas they could be starting to do other things in. So thank you so much for being so forthcoming with all your information and insights, and also being so friendly and welcoming.
I want to also thank you. I also get a lot of feedback from our meetings that we have, like the catch-up dinners and all of that. And to anybody that hasn't been to one, I would encourage you to go along and have one, because it's good to have a chat to other centre managers, traders associations, because you're not alone.
Yeah.
And even though sometimes it feels like you're just banging your head on a wall, there's, when you find out that everyone's the same, or you find ideas and you have new concepts, or with the event that's every second year, the conference.
Yes.
Sorry.
No, you're right.
I actually get so much out of that.
Yes.
I find that I'm writing ferociously, and I put into play a lot of what goes on there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. And I also think, on that, not to plug it too much, but the community of centre managers is unlike anything I've ever experienced before. We're all such I mean, everyone's lovely, but we're all such lovely people and also forthcoming because we're all in the same situation. We all operate fundamentally for the same purposes.
Yes.
But we're so different, and there's so much that can be learned from each other. But it's the great people that are in these roles who are able and want to be part of that knowledge exchange and sharing of ideas. It's awesome.
It's a great opportunity.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much again.
Thank you.
And believe it or not, it's actually been a really horrendous weather week, and today is Friday, the last day of the week, and it's been perfect weather, blue skies. So we're very thankful for that as well. So thank you so much for tuning in and watching this Meet the Main Street Manager. Thanks so much again to Sam and Alicia from Croydon, and we'll see you when we see you again for another Meet the Main Street Manager.